Here we have Solis Ortus, our Jeanneau Sun Fast 3600, which we are selling to allow us to further new exciting opportunities with our business. So our Sun Fast has the twin helm wheels. These are awesome. They're super light and absolute joy to helm. Really light and really responsive. Nice big spacious cockpit here. Plenty of room for a crew of 7 on board the boat, and we've also found everything on here is ideally set up and positioned for short-handed, two-handed sailing. We've got B&G instruments on board the boat. Moving forward, we've got our aluminium boom. We've also got our aluminium mast with a twin spreader set up. Coming up to the bow, she has the extended bowsprit, and she's set up for racing with asymmetric spinnaker kites. She's vinyl wrapped, but the vinyl wrap probably wants replacing, in all honesty, where it's had a few scuff marks from fenders rubbing against the side. So at the stern here we've got some nifty lift up steps here, so when you're heeled over you can still brace yourself whilst you're sitting on the side in the helm position. They also lie perfectly flat onto the deck, which is how I normally have them set up. Here's our Yanmar engine control panel. No problems with that. I've just fired the engine up here to check the engine hours. At the moment, it's reading 578 engine hours. I'll just switch the engine off now. There we go. This is our gas bottle locker. Just a dinky locker. Quite simple, straightforward. In the cockpit we have the rope bags either side. I've got another couple of rope bags at the base of the companionway. On the coach roof we've got our halyard winches and also our spinnaker trimming winches with the wider base at the bottom. Our clutches, kicker adjustment there, in haulers, Cunningham and out haul adjustment there. Over to the side where we've got some more clutches and the other coach roof winch. So a quick look at our kicker system here. Just walking up the side decks, there's no crunching or cracking sounds to be heard, so side decks and the coach roof all in good order. There's been a couple of nicks taken out of the gel coat on the top sides from the jib in haulers there when they're trimmed, but that's easy enough for us to fix. Then we've got our 2 forward hatches with the non-slip tape on them for your full deck man to be nice and comfortable, and our anchor locker. We've just got the one anchor stowed in here, and our anchor chain. Here's a view of Solis Ortus from the bow, looking back. Just another look at the cockpit space. Hopefully you can get an idea of the amount of space that we've got on board the boat here, and the proximity of all the controls for shore-handed sailing as well as crewed sailing. This is the starboard aft cabin on Solis Ortus. Nothing too exciting to report in here. A couple of hanging wardrobes, super handy for taking your kit home. Single light around the corner here, and underneath the bunk we've got a bilge pump which can be operated from internally. So the handle just pops in there. There we go, there's a pump. And we've also got some access to the engine space. Jeanneau engine in there. Up the top of the cabin we've got our Fire Angel smoke alarm. There's the back end of some of the electronics. Big panel at the back there, that gives us access to the aft lazarette where the steering gear is. And this is the port aft cabin. The mirror image of the starboard cabin. Only slight difference up the top, we've got the back end of our chart plotter, and there's also a smoke alarm up here. Same setup with the hanging wardrobes. Access to the engine space. Just in there. Down here we've got our battery isolator switches, and there's also an emergency changeover switch there. Then towards the back, same as the other side, access to the lazarette again. Looking in the build space then, floorboards up, no real dramas in here. Bilge pumps down there. And up the front we've got the transducer log there. Here's the view from down below with the sole boards up. Just move forward into where the heads compartment is. So we have our sink, just the cold water system on this boat, storage area up forward, a holding tank, one hatch, and the toilet. Underneath the hatch here we've got a couple of seacocks, and then over to the other side another seacock there. Just a void up at the front there. I keep buckets in there, but that's all that's in there. This is the galley space on Solis Ortus then. So we've got a single burner gas stove, single sink, again only cold water on this particular boat, and our fridge space, like so. Then the storage space, some slidey cupboards here, and then we've got one of the most comfortable chairs on the boat, just there. And below we've got some more storage, and we've also got the compressor unit for the fridge. Gas sensor is just down there. The main gas detector is up here. There's the gas detector, and if you need to know it, your gas shut-off valve is up under here, along with a couple of seacocks. This is the chart table area on Solis Ortus. So it's a really decent sized chart table. You can properly get your charts out on here, and a nice big locker here for storing charts and the boat's paperwork. Then we've got another awesome little locker here for storing our navigation equipment. So it's quite nifty. Quite nicely laid out switch panel. Mayday card, your VHF, your stereo, a few other bits and pieces there. Just round here we've got a handheld part for the B&G radio. We've got an active radar reflector, and we've got the UK style electric socket there, and that last thing down there is just your high water bilge alarm. So we'll just have a quick view around the inside of the boat now before we pack up and head off for the day, because it's not pleasant at all outside. It's all a bit rainy. So we go and do something else now. Here's a view looking aft in Solis Ortus. Got the cabin doors zipped up, just so you get an idea what it looks like with the doors closed. See how down below. So what we haven't looked at is the engine. Let's have a quick look in there. Here we have our Yanmar inboard engine. And an engine start battery. The other batteries, out of interest, in the port aft cabin underneath the berth. Don't know how much we can see down there, but there's below the engine space. You can see there's not too much debris from pulley belt on top of the engine. No real corrosion. I think if I zoom up, you can see up there is an auto fire extinguisher. But yeah, that's the engine space. Good little engine. I think it's done about 500 hours, thereabouts, just over, but